I honestly don't know if I like this lighting or setup, but I'm not going to know until I'm editing this video, so. Can we get a moment of appreciation for the fact that I haven't done this cosplay in at least 3 years? Literally for no reason too, like, I love Tenko. I kept meaning to bring her back and it just didn't happen, so she's back. Today is going to be a pretty chatty video. Convention season is coming up and I'm going to a lot of conventions, and I've been to a lot of conventions. I've only been going to conventions for a little less than 5 years, but I've been to a lot in that time. So I do have like some level of expertise. Plus, if you're a fan of this channel, it's because of my convention vlogs, which, by the way, plenty of convention vlogs are coming this con season, so get excited. Also, if you're watching this video on the day I think I'm going to post it, I graduated today. I know that doesn't have really any stake to you guys who are here for cosplay content, but I have a bachelor's degree now. Academic weapon. I can't see out of these contacts, so I can't tell if I look good or not, so glaze me in the comments and we'll all pretend that I look good regardless of how I really look. Anyway, con season is coming up, and whether you're going to your first convention or you are a seasoned con goer, it's always nice to be reminded. Plus, I feel like I still learn new things all the time. I love a convention life hack. And I like to be over-prepared, so I'm gonna help you be over-prepared. Okay, let's jump into it. I'm gonna start with a kind of 3-in-1, which is just take care of yourself. Con days are long, they're very social, and they're very tiring. You're going to be walking around all day, wearing costumes all day. Wearing a wig alone for like even 4 hours can drain me. So the night before the convention, you're gonna do what? You're gonna sleep. The call is coming from inside the house here, but don't stay up all night the night before your convention. Even if you have last minute things to work on, prioritize the way you feel, not the way that you look, which can be hard in this cosplay culture. But please, I am begging you, get a full night's sleep. You want to have fun, you want to be fully cognizant. Getting rest is so important. And then of course, sleep after the convention. If you're doing the full weekend, we're all guilty of going to bed at 2, waking up at 7 to get into our next cosplay. But at least when you get home on Sunday night, sleep. Listen to your body. In addition to actually resting, you are going to be drinking water and eating. I have made the mistake of not eating at cons. It's just so not worth it. This anecdote is for the purposes of showing that I am an idiot, not to give anyone ideas. I experienced a Katsucon where I didn't want to spend money on food, so I ate protein bars and bananas all weekend, and I didn't feel good, obviously. Not to mention, protein bars are gross. You know how disappointing it is to open up the Quest bar that's supposed to be your dinner while you're watching the masquerade and it tastes like dookie butthole? Don't do it. When budgeting before the convention, work in food. And if you have space for it, I really recommend bringing a reusable water bottle. Even if you want to just share one with a friend and then refill it, that's great too. At Otakon, me, Caspian, and Mal would just share a water bottle, water fountain from it, and then refill it. And then we don't all have to carry a water bottle. A nice tip that was not my idea, it was actually Caspian's idea, is we take our Brita pitcher to conventions with us. So you don't have to worry about bottled water or if the tap water is safe to drink. You just filter it. 10 out of 10 recommend that. Just wanted to get all of that off the bat. That is all very important stuff. And if the most important thing is to take care of yourself, the second most important thing is to wear deodorant. Oh my god. Don't be stinky. Don't be stinky. Wear your deodorant. Bring your deodorant in your con bag. Reapply said deodorant. If I can smell you before I can see you, that's an issue. Don't confirm stereotypes about anime fans and gamers. Wear deodorant. You're gonna hear me say that in every con advice video I'll ever make in my life. One thing that I find really fun, even if I don't always stick to it, is planning out your schedule before the convention. I'm not like a huge panel goer, but if you are, this is for you. When the con drops like its weekend schedule of all of the panels and events, I want you to go through it and plan out your day. This saves you from having to like make decisions during the con day because you already know where you're going. And that way you can get the most out of your convention experience. Do everything that you want to do. I'm often guilty of like saving things that I want to go to and not actually going to them, like especially at Katsucon. Katsucon uses the guidebook app, which will send you notifications 15 minutes before an event that you have saved. I almost never end up going to them, but it's nice that I have the option. But if you like sticking to a schedule and you have things you really want to do, I do think it's good to plan it out beforehand. That way you're not like on con day looking like, oh, I wish I had gone to that Pokemon panel, or do I go to dealer's hall, or do I go to the gaming tournament? You can optimize your day with what you want to do. And that way like you don't run out of time to shop if you also want to shop but get in a good amount of activities. I usually spend more time at conventions like being social with other cosplayers and of course filming, making content, stuff like that. But I also love to watch the masquerade, so I always make note of what time the masquerade is. The next one I consider to be more than just like a tip. I consider it to be an essential. Please, please, please bring a buddy, especially if you are a minor. I personally am not opposed to going to a convention alone. Technically I have. I went to MCM London by myself because I knew people there. I met up with my friends and spent the day with them. If you are going to a convention, especially if it's your first time, especially if you are not an adult, please go with somebody. Buddy system is the best system. It's good to just have someone to look out for you and you can look out for each other. Cons are very exciting and very fun, but that does not exclude them from being dangerous. There can be bad people everywhere, and I want you guys to stay safe. Plus, it's really fun to go to cons with friends. I went to my first ever convention with my friend and my sister, and it was great. And if you ever get separated from your buddy, or if you need help in any other way, please ask. This itself is a tip, and this one is serious. If you are at a convention and you feel unsafe, or you feel like there's someone who's making you uncomfortable, please ask for help. I guarantee you there are people willing to help you. At the first convention I ever went to, a cosplayer approached me and my friend and my sister while we were sitting down and said, hey, this guy is following me, can I pretend that I know you guys? And we were like, yes, please, please sit down, please join us. If anyone is ever following you at a convention and you see me, we are best friends in that moment. If someone is making you feel unsafe, join a group. I'd also even say if you're at a family-friendly convention, try to find like a mom with her kids, just someone you know you can trust. If all else fails, find a group of femme-presenting cosplayers. We all know that we have to look out for each other. I just really want to drive that point home. If you can't find security, join some sort of group. Safety first, safety first, safety first, safety first. Please be safe. If you feel yourself to be in danger, never be scared to ask for help. This next tip is also along the lines of, even though cons feel like they're all sunshine and rainbows, they are not. Convention thievery is real, so protect your valuables. Never leave your valuables unattended. And like, I really mean it. Like, your back pocket isn't safe enough for an anime convention. Pickpocketers are rampant. The only time I will put like my phone or wallet in my pocket is when I am wearing my safety shorts that have pockets on both of my thighs, so I have to lift up my skirt to put something in my pocket in my shorts. I would never walk around a dealer's hall with my phone or wallet in like jeans back pockets. In fact, when I'm walking around Artist Alley or dealer's hall, I usually hold my phone and my wallet in one hand and anything I've bought so far in the other. I'm holding it the whole time. I know no one's nabbed it out of my bag or pocket or whatever. And then when I'm not actively shopping, my phone remains in my hand and my wallet goes at the bottom of my con bag. Just don't walk away from your phone or wallet. I've even heard scams of like people using like a tap to pay and holding it up to people's wallets in their back pocket and like stealing money from them that way. It's crazy. Be aware of your surroundings. Phone snatchings are rampant at conventions. Be cognizant of your thing. I feel like that's like a tip that's not often talked about, but I think it's important. And then staying on the topic of shopping, I actually gave this tip in my Q&A video that I just posted recently. Bring cash to conventions to shop with. Do not pay with card if you can help it. Like obviously you can buy like food on your debit card, but I mean for like non-essential purchases. For like keychains and prints in the artist alley or like figures in the dealer's hall, bring cash. I've always done this the whole time that I've been going to conventions. The reason I did it was because I have the physical amount of money that I'm willing to spend and I can look at it. So if you have saved up and you are willing to spend $200 at a convention in the artist alley, bring $200 in cash. And then throughout the day, as you're spending your money, you see how much you've spent and how much you have left. You're just tapping your card, you are not gonna know how much money you've spent. You just won't. And then you're gonna be shocked when you see your bank account later. I found it really helpful when making decisions in artist alley to see like, I love this keychain, but I only have $40 left in my budget. So I want to do a lap before making a decision. More responsible spending. Plus, at least in artist alley, which is where I primarily shop at conventions, most of them won't charge you taxes if you pay in cash. So you're actually saving a little bit of money per item that you purchase. Don't get blindsided by your own whims. Bring cash and then you're done. This one's a short one, but I recommend bringing a portable charger. I honestly have not had like bad luck in finding outlets at conventions, but you never know. I usually bring a charger with a block and a portable charger. So if I can find a wall outlet, I'll just use that. But if I can't, I have my portable charger. You don't want your phone to die. Not only for just like making content if you're a content creator, but also for contacting your friends if you get separated. You should make sure to have your phone charged. It's one of the most important safety tips at conventions is keep your phone charged. You want to be reachable. So you can find pretty affordable portable chargers. Like even some of the like not that good ones at Five Below will do you fine for conventions, just as a backup. Okay, we're getting close to the end. I only have a few more. Probably heard this one countless times, but wear comfortable shoes. In the past year or two, I have started foregoing comfort in lieu of canon shoe choices. But before 2025, you didn't really catch me at a convention not wearing sneakers. In fact, like it low-key ruined some of my photos, but I didn't care because my feet didn't hurt. Nowadays, you are more likely to find me in canon shoes, which can sometimes be uncomfortable, like my stupid ass wearing the 6-inch heels on Sunday of Katsucon when my feet already hurt the moment I woke up that day. The discomfort is worth it to me sometimes to be able to get good photos, but I never do a convention with only uncomfortable shoes. Like for Kaede, I wore my kind of uncomfortable loafers, but earlier in the day for Angel Devil, I was just wearing my Doc Martens. The balance is important. But if you're new to conventions, I wouldn't risk it. You will be walking all day and you don't want to have to like keep stopping to sit because your feet hurt. I've experienced both ends of the spectrum from uncomfortable to very comfortable shoes. And I can tell you firsthand that I was always grateful to be wearing the comfortable shoes and I was not always happy about the uncomfortable shoes. Comfort over style. Leave the heels at home. Okay, we only have 3 more. This is another one that I don't do as often as I should, and I have paid the price for it. So I'm departing my wisdom onto you. Do a cause test before going to the convention. That just means if you plan on debuting a new cosplay at the convention, set aside a little time a few days before the con to try it on. Test out the makeup that you're gonna do, try on your wig, try on your costume, make sure that everything looks good together and you feel comfortable in it. I have definitely gone to conventions without properly preparing cosplays and really regretted it. I did not cos test Madoka and then I felt ugly, and it's not fun to feel ugly in a very public cosplay setting. It's the best way to ensure that you feel your best, you feel like you look your best. I still don't do this every time, or even like most of the time, but I'm definitely going to do a few cos tests before MomoCon, because when you have time to iron out like any things you don't like about your cosplays, you're gonna feel your best at the convention itself, which this is my MomoCon lineup, by the way. So keep an eye out for me. Actually, I'm gonna be bold and say if you are above the age of 18 and you approach me and ask to be in the MomoCon vlog, I will let you. If you approach and ask to be in the MomoCon vlog, all I ask is that you hit some sort of little dance move. I'm gonna forget that I said this. But yeah, that's my lineup, and like there's some on there that I'm making helmet wigs for, so they will 1000% need to be cause tested. I don't want to look chopped. And I'm assuming neither do you. So test out your cosplays ahead of time. Wow, I really wish I could see myself, but these contacts is just nothing. And as we reach the end of the video, my last 2 tips are con etiquette tips specifically. When you go to a convention and you see a cosplayer you like, 99% of the time, if you approach them and ask them for a photo politely, they are going to say absolutely of course. But if you see a cosplayer that you think is really cool, but they are sitting down or resting or eating, please don't approach them in that moment. I know it can be sad because you don't know if you're gonna run into them again, but let them have their time. When cosplayers are walking around the convention, you can absolutely pull them aside and ask them for a photo. But if they are clearly disengaged from the greater convention area, like sitting aside with their friends, just give them a second. I personally, when someone approaches me while I'm trying to rest and asks for a photo, I will take the photo. Like, I don't really mind like standing up and taking the photo. It's just a little bit rude. And there's cosplayers who will not do that, which is completely valid. So while it doesn't like bother me like crazy, I would be remiss if I did not impart this knowledge onto those who don't know. Cosplayers are people too, and just like you need to rest and eat and drink water, they need to rest and drink and eat water. You know what I meant. Plus, the more time they have to recuperate, the better they can pose. So that's just like a politeness thing more than anything. And my final convention tip is also an etiquette tip that is a politeness thing. If you want to stop a cosplayer and ask them for a photo, do not do it in the walkway. Oh my god. I'm not easily bothered, but I do think that that is so very rude. And I know that no one is doing it with the intention of being rude. It just shows that you are not cognizant of the people around you. And we're all in this together. We're all in this together. We need to look out for one another and not get in the way. So if you are walking down the hallway and you spot another cosplayer who's really cool, instead of stopping right there and taking the photo, just move towards a wall. It's that easy. Move out of the walkway and take the photo in front of a wall. Not only does that give you a backdrop that's not just convention chaos, but you're not in the middle of the convention chaos stopping people from being able to get where they're going. Because I know at some point in your life you have been blocked by someone standing in the middle of a sidewalk, so don't be that person. And it can go both ways. When I'm asked for a photo, I will try to guide the person to the nearest wall. So if someone stops you in the middle of the walkway, it's as easy as just being like, let's step over here. Pain-free. Be courteous of your fellow convention goers. Do unto others as you would want done unto you. And that's the last of my convention tips. There's a few more things that are like con bag specific. If you want to check out my con bag video, you can, but like things like a fan, like a makeup kit. I have a little emergency kit that I keep in my con bag that I talked about in my con bag video. And I'm probably going to make an updated con bag video pretty soon, because I think I'm going to try using a smaller one for MomoCon, which obviously I'll have to adjust what I keep in there because I keep a lot in there. So you can look forward to that. But there is most of my knowledge. I'm sure there's things I'm forgetting, but I could always tell you in another video. If you have any tips that you want to share with your fellow cosplayers, please comment them. Maybe we can make like a thread of convention tips down below. I think that would be nice. Maybe I'll even learn something and I'll use it when I go to my next convention. But that's going to be all for this video. If you're going to a convention this summer, stay safe, take care of yourself, and take care of the people around you. I feel like con etiquette isn't talked about enough anymore. And I want to make sure that every single person is having a safe and happy convention experience, not just you watching this, but the people who will be at the convention with you. Respect each other, respect boundaries, and respect the lines. No cuts, no butts, no coconuts. Okay. I've talked for quite long enough, so I hope you have a great convention, whether it's your 1st or 20th. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!